Hello, welcome back to Simply Betty. Today we're diving into a topic that affects many marriages. It affects a lot of relationships. Probably you're at the point of making a decision and would to marry, or you are in a state of dilemma, you're not sure, you're afraid, you have sought the face of God, and you're just thinking to yourself, is this the right man? I'm not sure if everyone is aware that there are traditional men and modern men. And what I've come to realize is a lot of marriages are in trouble today, not because the man is a bad man as such, not even because the woman is a bad woman as well, but it's just because they have failed to understand that some men are traditional in nature and it doesn't make them bad people. Some women are traditional in nature as well. It doesn't make them bad women. The difference is just that, the problem is just that if you're traditional and you marry a modern person, are you willing to adjust? Because it's not something you can really fix. It's not something you can say you want to change. You can't really change these things. So are you planning to get married soon? Are you thinking about this man, that man, which one is the best for you? I want you to watch this video and please like, share and comment down below. Also, if you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Betty Hamzat. Kindly subscribe to my channel. And if you've been watching these videos, this is my 9th episode or 10th episode, I think 9th. If you've been watching all of my episodes and you have never ever subscribed, how are you still doing this? God is watching you. Please subscribe tonight. Thank you. So like I said, we're looking at the difference between a traditional man and a modern man. Understanding these two differences can help you know what to do. It can help you know what to expect in your marriage. It can help you package all your expectations together and help you deal with issues easily without leading to a divorce or a separation. A traditional man or a traditional husband is that man who holds conventional beliefs about marriage roles. They often value family hierarchy, cultural norms, and clear visions of responsibilities. Their typical traits are like they like to provide. They are provider focused. They are protective and authoritative. They believe they are the head, they are the leaders, they are the king, they are the igwes. They just believe they are almighty. Sorry, why am I laughing so much? They prefer sorry. Okay, sorry about my laughter. So they prefer their wives to manage the homes, to manage the family responsibilities. These traditional men value respect and loyalty like mad. They value respect, they value loyalty so much. They value they have their advantages, don't get me wrong. They value stability, reliability. They are family orientated. They have clear expectations and roles. All of these are the advantages. Sometimes they may resist change or modern ideas. They could be less emotional and expressive. These are just the major disadvantages with traditional men. Everything about them, I like it. They're not bad people, like I said. Though the two disadvantages is that they resist change. They're very rigid. It's difficult to make them change their mind about something. It's difficult to make them see things from your point of view. It's very difficult to... Some of them would not even carry you along when they're doing anything. They just do it and they feel like, because they are authoritative. Like I said, they believe they're the kings. They believe they're everything, they're all and all. So they would provide for you. They would give you everything. It doesn't mean they don't even love the woman. They do love their wives, but they find it really difficult to express their love. They find it difficult to display affection or to show that affection in a modern way. Or how do I put it? And they argue a lot. If you know traditional men, you can't win them when you argue with them. There's nothing you say that they can understand. What they know is what they know. What they know is what they know, and what they say is what they say. Getting around them, getting to get your way around them might be difficult. So think about it very well. If you're dating a traditional man, Do you think you want to end up with this traditional man? Are you able to accept his decisions? Are you able to follow his flow? Especially if this man then has some carelessness. It could be to financial decisions, it could be to spiritual decisions, it could be to even parenting, it could be to their values, their life values. If they're not shaped in the pattern that you want, if their life decisions, their life expectations, their understanding and orientation of life is not in your own line, doesn't work with your values, do you think you can move with such people? Because at the end of the day, they are decision makers and they like to stand by their decisions and not take people's advice and not listen to what you're saying. So if they're making bad decisions, it means you are at the verge of going down the drain. I'm not telling you what to do to say leave that relationship, stay in that. I'm not a relationship coach. It's just that today I am dealing with this topic about traditional and modern men. Okay, enough said about traditional men. I would like us to look at modern men. A modern man, on the other hand, is a man who embraces contemporary views on marriage. He embraces equality. He embraces partnership, which is what the whole world is preaching today. Their typical traits is they're very emotionally expressive. They're emotionally intelligent. They share households, chores. They share parenting skills. They share parenting responsibilities. They support their wives. They support their wives' careers and ambition. They are very flexible in roles and decision making. The advantages with this is that they promote a lot of partnership. They love to be partners with their wives. And they promote a lot of equality as well. They are highly adaptable to change in family dynamics. You can change things and flip it, twist it. They are not bothered. But the disadvantage as well is that they're sometimes less decisive. They may blur the boundaries, creating confusion over roles. They don't even understand these things. Some of them cannot make decisions for themselves. They wait for their wives to put on the hat, put on the trousers as the man. There's something spoiled in the house. They want to fix it. The wife needs to call someone that would come and fix it. The wife, there is a spoiled bulb. Sometimes the modern man is just laying in bed, waiting for his wife to climb up the ladder and fix the bulb. they believe that life is 50-50. Like, even when it comes to paying the bills, the modern man believes most of the time that is about you bringing half of the bills and I bring half of the bills. They're paying the kids' school fees. They expect you to do it together. A lot of modern men are, they allow you have your life. They allow you go out. They allow you make friends. They allow you have several social platforms that you want to belong to. They're not really bothered about these things. But also, the modern man would also have his own fun. He would go out with friends. He would have fun, enough fun. He would socialize. He would do his own thing. He would provide for you, but when he doesn't have, he doesn't have. He expects you to step in quickly. Whilst the traditional man would almost kill himself to provide everything, but they may be really rigid and they may keep you in the house more. They don't want you to make friends. They don't want you to be out there. They believe your dressing has to be a certain way. They don't want you to modernize anything you're doing, and they're not ready for modern advice from you. If you compare and contrast these two, you will see the advantages and disadvantages of both. I'm not saying if you're in a marriage with a traditional man, you've done something wrong. No, I'm just saying it is very good for each of these people to find their match, to find their class. So if you're a modern person getting into marriage with a traditional man, you need to manage your expectations. You need to think about it very well. You can't change these things just like that. The man, some of them might gradually, depends on their exposure. It depends on which area they live in, who are their friends, and what are they seeing out there. It could, a little bit, maybe in most cases, 20%. It could influence them 20. And that might just be a little change. They might just become a bit soft. They might allow you make a bit of decision and you can walk around it a little bit. But if you're living in a place, in an environment where they are surrounded by all sorts of traditional men as well, Their belief is what they believe. Some of them will tell you their wives cannot work. Why is a woman working? Why does she need a career? Why does she need to fly? Why does she need to build an empire? Why do you need to do anything for yourself? They just want to provide everything for you. Sometimes people often mistake traditional men for narcissists. Some of them are not narcissists. A modern man and a traditional man can both be narcissistic in nature. However, traditional men, being a traditional man doesn't make you a narcissist. It can be very similar because they're very controlling. They're extremely controlling, not in a bad way, but they just believe they are the egoists. They believe they are the orgas at the top. Do you understand? They believe they control everything, even the inside room. They control it. If you try something new with them, they'll be like, where did you learn that from? I remember a woman who said she tried something new with her husband, and the next thing she saw was the entire family of the man came, and then they invited her for a traditional meeting. They invited her for a family meeting. And the question was, your husband reported you. What did she do? She tried something in the other room. And I was like, how did this get to the family and the clan, the traditional clan? Like, they can be very humorous. They're very funny. Like, if you're a modern person and you're seeing a traditional man, you will just be laughing. It's really funny. But the good side of it is, if you're a traditional woman with a traditional man, they sync. They don't have issues. The woman is happy. She's very happy. She's fine. She's loving this man and loving every bit of it. In short, he's the best Odogu in the world. He's the best man in the world. But if you're a modern woman married to this traditional man, some traditional men would even say, why do you need to have a bank account? It can be that bad. They say, why do you need to have a bank account? And even when you have the bank account, they want to see your statement, your bank statement every month. They want to know what goes in, what goes out, every nitty-gritty of your financial life. They want to see it. The cream you rub on your skin, they want to know, why did you choose that cream? Why? They're very controlling and very domineering, and they're very, but at the same time, they're very productive. They can clear the old grass in the garden. Some of them will tell you don't need to use a machine. They would use their cutlass and they will go and do it, cut the grass for you. They don't believe that you need to stress to do anything financial. They will provide all of it for you. But when they become when I start saying that this person is a narcissist, is a traditional man and also a narcissist, that's when you see that they become so greedy, so selfish. They give you everything, but at the same time, they want to choke you. They want to take a life out of you. They want you to cut off from every family member, every friend, everyone. And they want to really, really control your brain. They want to manipulate you. Traditional men are not manipulative. Narcissists are manipulative. So when you start seeing manipulations, don't confuse it for traditional. They're not just traditional, they're also narcissists. Narcissistic in nature. These are men that would tell you what to do, control you. They would be against you, they will hurt you, and they will still make you feel like you hurt them. They're very defensive. They come at you like you are the bad one, you're the one doing the wrong things, and sometimes you don't even trust yourself anymore. You start feeling like you've wronged them. Every now and then you feel like you're the bad one. They just make it look like you're not good enough. Those are narcissists. Traditional men will not make you feel that way. Only that as they're providing everything for you, they want you to just be down to earth. Traditional men is about respect. If you can respect traditional men and give them good food, honestly, even if you are not good in the other room, they don't care. All they want is food and respect. The modern man wants food, good food, respect. They want the other room. They want to try new things, travel around the world. If I keep describing the modern man, a lot of women would want to go for the modern man. Everybody wants to be with a modern man. But also the modern man are those that can easily cheat. Let me tell you, a lot of traditional men don't care about women out there. They do not care about those things. But a lot of modern men care so much about women out there. They care so much about your looks. They care so much about your nails, your hair, your face, your tummy, your body. Traditional men, their wives can be big and they don't even care. They love it that way. As long as she's down to earth, she's listening to them, she's obedient, and they can control and have their way around everything. They feel like they are everything, and that's exactly how they want to be treated. While the modern man wants to see a classy lady. Some modern men don't even want their wives to do business. They want a white collar job. You put on your outfit, your heels. They want to see you look like a modern woman. Let me know what you think. Put your comments below. Do you think you've ended up with a modern man or a traditional man? Or do you think you would prefer a traditional man to a modern man? Let me know all what you think in the comment below. So like I said, traditional men believe in leading financial decisions, while modern husbands discuss finances equally. They want you to have that discussion and reach an agreement. Traditional men just believe it's their decision to make. Another one is traditional husbands, they expect their wife to cook daily. Modern husbands shares cooking duties. They don't care. They even like to do eat out most of the time. And as well as traditional men would like to, I'm not saying traditional men will not eat out, but it's very rare. They feel like you're wasting money when you go and eat. Even when you buy the kids McDonald's, they feel like, what are you doing? Why are you spending that amount of money? When a child's birthday, you want to celebrate a child's birthday, they feel like, must the child have a birthday? What are you talking about? Do you understand? Traditional men are so rigid, like, they can be very difficult to be with. I won't lie to you, especially if you are a modern. Neither a traditional man or a woman is inherently better. I'm not saying one is better than the other. The key is compatibility with your spouse. Are you compatible? Your spouse's personality, do you think they meet your expectations? For example, a traditional man can work well with a woman who respects structure and hierarchy. A modern man suits a woman who values partnership and shared responsibilities. So when you see all of these traits, are you able to decide if you want to follow the flow or if you want to work with them? Or if you just want to walk away, you make those decisions now. Another thing I would say is, I would like you to answer some questions for me. Please put them in the comment section below. Which type do you relate more with? Which type of man do you think you will relate more with? Have you ever experienced conflict? Experienced conflict because your spouse is more traditional or more modern than you? Can a traditional husband and a modern wife work together? Do you think they can reach, have like a midpoint where they meet? Do you think things can work out, or do you think they would often separate? I'm just going to ask you quickly, which type of man do you relate more with? Do you think you relate more to a traditional man or to a modern man? Have you ever experienced conflict because your spouse is more traditional, or you think you're having issues in your relationship because your spouse is more modern than you? Can a traditional husband and a modern wife work together? Do you think you can bend the rules, you can work around it, and it will work for you? Think about it. Put all your comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you. In conclusion, I would like to say both traditional and modern men have their weaknesses and their strengths. What matters most is your understanding of these two, and you not being in denial, understanding that this is what you're dealing with. Your communication skills. In conclusion, I would like to say that whether you're a traditional man or whether you're with a traditional man or with a modern man, it doesn't really matter. What matters is your communication skills, your understanding of what you're in, and how you deal with it with much understanding, with a good communication, knowing that both traditional and modern men have their weaknesses and their strength. Think about your values. Do they align? Finding someone whose values align with yours is the most important thing if you're not married. But if you're already into it, understanding the communication skills needed for a modern man and the type of communication you need for a traditional man would really go a long way to help you stay in that marriage. I wish you luck, whether modern or traditional. Above everything, put your marriage in the hands of God. Put your relationship in the hands of God and understand the life of a modern man and the life of a traditional man. Manage your expectations. Accept what you're dealing with. Don't be in denial. And please seek therapy if you need to. I always say it. Pray, seek therapy with godly counsel. And I pray that God will uphold your marriage and keep your relationship and help you to deal with matters without leading to divorce or separation. But please, if these matters are choking and will take your life, anything in life that is life-threatening, I say walk away from it. Run away. Save a life. Save your life. Save his life. And God will help all of us in Jesus' name. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video again. Love you. Bye.
What you gonna do? I'm gonna call it somehow, okay. Life is beautiful, it's okay. Just soon no correct. I'll be there. No more trouble. No more sorrow. I don't go back. You really want to mobile letter come. Mauricio. Moroge Mogele Atura mi now Oxygen on fire I think what you gonna do? I'm gonna call it somehow. Life is beautiful, it's okay. Just soon no correct. I'll be there. No more trouble. No more sorrow. I don't go back.
Tó wà lókè òfò tó wà láàrin ló wà fún.